Okay, up next we will have, sorry, where is it? Goluknath, which is going to talk about Power Automate versus current RPA market leaders. So he is a Microsoft Biz Apps and Power Platform enthusiast who is working in Hitachi Asia Ltd and an MCT. Please welcome to the floor, Goluknath.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, welcome.
Yeah, hi everyone. Let me present my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. Um, okay. Hi everyone. So today we are going to start on
I'm
Power
sorry.
Automate.
Sorry, Goluknath, you're sharing the presenter view. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, okay.
Mm.
Let me stop this. Okay, so here it is.
Yeah, so we can see it. Thank
So hi everyone, and sorry for the delay initially because the two screens it's difficult to transit between one and two. So okay, let's start. Actually, today we are going to discuss on Power Automate versus current RPA market leaders. So in this point of view, just I want to introduce myself. I'm basically associated with Hitachi Asia, and I'm working as a Microsoft Biz Apps. Along with that, robotic process automation RPA SME in Hitachi, and I have my own blogs, Twitters, and everything. You can go later. And let's come quickly to the agenda. Actually, we are going to cover here the RPA evolution and history, and ideal processes for RPA, and identify where to start exactly, how we'll start the RPA process, and what is the benefits of RPA and how RPA leverage in different industries, Microsoft response to process automation, and Microsoft Flow and Power Automate, some use cases, and last we'll go for the demo. So now I'm going to start actually how exactly the RPA evolution started. So initial days, actually, there was macros were there in the picture. There was no RPA. Initial days, we used to use Excel macros and all these things to automate our tax. So before 1990s, we are using macros. Then later on, it comes to the picture of business process automation. So in business process automation part, slowly companies start leveraging the CRM and ERP and business process management BPM processes. And after 1990 until 20,000, even today also it is there, but till 2000 it is in boom. Actually, everyone moving towards the business process management, business process automation. So later on, the train come to RPA, robotic process automation, and robotic process automation come to the picture. Actually, basically the RPA initial stage, it is going to automate the structured data. Later we'll see how we'll identify RPA category of the product which we can do the automation using RPA. So it does initial days with only structured data. Then initial stage in 2003, Blue Prism released the first RPA, and the peculiar thing is it started with Microsoft .NET framework. And the next Automation Anywhere released its first RPA in 2009. Then UiPath released its RPA in 2012. So this is how the RPA journey. This is how the RPA journey of later on. After RPA, now it is the state of intelligent process automation. So intelligent process automation is nothing but later on people started previously they are using the structured data, but later on there are a lot of unstructured data also. We want to visualize the images, visualize the pictures and streams, everything. So in that point of view, Here it comes the intelligent process automation. So intelligent process automation, actually we tell it hyper automation also, people are saying it includes computer vision, cognitive automation, machine learning, and all these things that are used. Basically it is for unstructured data. So next, actually initial days, how exactly RPA started and how RPA to identify what is the best fit for the RPA. The which are highly manual and repetitive, that then next is rule based and mature and stable, non-subject to methodological changes. Then ROI potential it should have, and low exception, readable inputs, high volume. All of these criteria it defines that it should be structured. If data is not structured, it cannot fit with RPA, because if there is keep on changes on the rules, then RPA cannot be implemented during initial days. So basically what exactly RPA helps, what is the benefits of RPA? You can see it has cost saving, productivity, business agility, quality, customer satisfaction, flexibility, non-evasive technology compliances. It has all these benefits, cost saving, AP reduction, it helps in productivity gains, business agility and quality improvements, everything. So next, if you see what exactly RPA provides us, RPA gives us, it gives us software robots. We normally in the mind people have the robot means it's a hardware device, but it's RPA is kind of software robot which helps to automate the manual tasks. So if you can see here data files, Citrix, it is one of the segment of automation because Citrix is another window. So normally it is difficult to automate using our normal automations. So Citrix, a web portal, anyways, we are doing legacy system, then PDF, databases, any enterprise applications, Excel, emails, and all these actually how RPA is leveraged in different industries. If you'll see RPL, different industries, they use banking used for equity research, compliance, risk management, information services, retail and travel industry, where they are using. That is actually there are two, basically if we categorize into two sections. First is web robots, which is data collection, basically it does, and process robots, which will automate the manual processes. So this is how the processes. And let's come to Microsoft's entering into the RPA market. So in 2020, if you'll see the Gartner's Magic Quadrant, if you'll see Microsoft entered in as a challenger, and if you leaders, if you'll see currently also they were actually UiPath automation anywhere, Blue Prism anyways, who is the first RPA inventor. So the thing is that they are the leader, but very short period of time Microsoft entered into the RPA market. So actually, what is the response of the process automation? Basically, it's if you'll see Power Automate, it's not only RPA, robotic process automation, rather it has includes all these things also. Robotic process automation, UI automation is the Power Automate through Power Automate Desktop. It does RPA capability. That's why Power Automate Desktop gives the RPA capability feature. Along with that, it has AI Builder, which provides the artificial intelligence capability as well. Along with that, digital process automation also, it has multiple cloud flows and with add-ons and connectors, which we can easily communicate between different systems. And then business process automation also, it has automated guided multi-steps business process management, BP business process flows we are using. So this is one of the way how we can automate the business process management. And then another one is in preview also, it is process advisor, it is coming up. So if you'll see, it's not only RPA the Power Automate is dealing with. Power Automate is dealing with complete process automation steps. Either it is robotic process automation, it is digital process automation, or it may be business process automation. So how exactly the Microsoft's journey to Power Automate? Initial days, Microsoft Flow, they released in automated flow, BPF and instant flows. So then later on, UI flows come to the picture with Selenium IDE. Then later on, they come to the picture when they captured Win automations from Subtonic technologies. So then Power Automate come to the picture, and Win automation was the market leader in desktop automations. So similarly, now Power Automate is basically categorized under the three categories. First is cloud flows, business process flows, and desktop flows. So cloud and automated flows and instant flow, scheduled flows falls under cloud flows. So how exactly Power Automated with attended and unattended robots? Attended and unattended, actually this comes like Interactive automation and background automation. Interactive automation, if we see attended means definitely there is one interaction required. One person need to be there who is going to perform some kind of operation. Let's say what is going to do handle tasks for individual employees. Attended robot will handle for individual employee because he has to key in or she has to key in the credentials or whatever it may be to automate the process. Then next is unattended. What exactly the unattended automation? Unattended means it has a scale of operation it can automate. We have to just pass the credentials or whatever it may be. Just we will process it based on certain rules. It will do in the background with ease. So this is what exactly the background automation. It does the background automation. We tell it that unattended automation. So then how it will happen? The employee will trigger direct bot. Definitely will enter the credentials and it trigger the bot. It will run. And the unattended, it is already rule based. It is provisioned. It will automatically run. An employee triggers the bot to automate the tasks as needed at any time. Bots complete business processes without human intervention. And requirement, it increases productivity, customer satisfaction, call center, other desktops, and frees employees from the redundant work. Actually, normally what they used to do means it's not necessary that one employee to be involved in one of the regular way. If let's say I have to take some item one place and just put in another place, definitely a system can do that. No person involvement, individual involvement is required in that point of view. So if you let's go to the power our flow. Actually, basically, if we see the flow, there are three sections like trigger, action, conditional logic. We saw in our previous demo also how exactly it happens. It has trigger, actions, and conditional logic. Along with that, there are expressions. We put our expressions and dynamic contents also there. So let's go to some of the use cases, then we'll proceed towards the live demo. We'll see the different environments, how exactly it look like and how the Power Automate desktop look like. So the sample use cases, actually, if you'll see the HR onboarding of new employee. So HR onboarding, if you see the processes, it has completely, let's say if I'm considering here the SAP system, it has the submit all the documents, then log into the system, create profile and all these things. It is going to do step by step till the end. A process request will come, it will complete the process. But if you automate using RPA, when submit the document, email and PDF, then completeness check, no need to manual person need to be involved. Its system can check that. Then if log into SAP system, if required, that is also, it can be automated. Let's say if you pass the credentials and it will store somewhere, it will just automatically log in and process the rest of the process. If you see here, how many steps we reduced here, it's only user need to submit the documents, except that all the things will be taken care by the RPA. So next use case is IT user account creation. Similarly, if we want to create a user account, we have to submit the request, then we have to validate and then Active Directory account creation. Individual has to go and create the account, permission level set and all these things he has to do. But here only user has to create a request. After the rest assured the RPA will take place, and that is with ease and without any problem, and it can be in a number of items. So this is one of the use case. And the third is in the supply chain, we have procure to pay and supply chain. So here also we have to just submit the purchase requisition, and then purchase requisition, then approve, reject, and all this process we have to perform. Then procurement team will come, then vendor will come, and all these processes will happen. But if we go to automated way in RPA, what will happen? Just we need to submit the purchase requisition, then approve, reject, that definitely we have to do, because approval rejection, it depends on the, it requires right human intervention, because he has to approve, he has to reject. So only excluding those approval and review part, all other things we can automate using RPA, robotic process automation. So let's go to the system. We'll see how exactly we can do the automation. Let me share my screen. So if you'll see here in current, and one of the thing I just want to say, if you'll see the Google Trends, if you'll see the trends, right, UiPath is the leader, And automation anywhere, anyways, it is there. They both are the leaders. If we saw last time, right? The chart, Gartner's quadrant. But if you'll see the trend, how exactly Power Automate is picking up slowly. Initial days in February 23rd February 2020, it is there, and now it is picking up so gracefully. So this is how the Power Automate is going to be in future, and how exactly it is matching up with UiPath. So if we'll see the how exactly the environment looks for the different systems. Let's see if you'll see the automation anywhere. This is how the automation anywhere window looks like actually. You can see the my automation anywhere control room. You can see, sorry, you can see the dashboard, you can see the activities, and any bots I have, it is running here, it will show here, and historically if anything I can see here. And if I require to create any bot, I can create over here. So my bots I can create here, credentials and all these things. My devices, if device I need to pass my device, it will connect. And how exactly this is machine learning related IQ bot we can create. So this is how the automation anywhere window looks like. Just I want to show this is one thing. And second thing, let's if we go to see the UI path also, sorry, let me log in. Okay, so UiPath also, if you'll see, this is the orchestrator window. We tell it orchestrator because it has, let me log into UiPath Studio parallelly. Okay, so if you'll see the orchestrator window, it is nothing but this gives us the platform where actually we can host the bots. Actually we can manage the bots, we can host the bots, we can perform some operation. You can see the automation, different screens are there. All these we can queue up here, we can different kind of automation we can do over here. So this is how the orchestrator window looks like. And if you'll see the development window, and it is loading for me. So okay, so if you see here, there are different types of things are there, process, library and templates, all these things are there. uh, that is also different way of doing the automation. Let's say if I want to take a blank process, I just want to show actually how exactly the window looks like. Because the Power Automate window also, it looks like Power Automate desktop window also looks like almost similar. So if you'll see here, it has the tabs, it has different kind of automation on top. It has left side, you can see different projects and different locations. If you have anything, you can add up over here. Any libraries you have, you can add up here, and you can connect to the GitHub also. The if any add-ons you can use. Let's say if you want to use the Excel feature, you can just search Excel. Similarly, we can get the workbook functionality, we can just leverage those, get worksheet and all those things similarly. So this is how it will happen. We have to put the platform. This is how the UI looks like. Just I want to show, that's why I open. But next move towards our Power Automate. On Power Automate, if we move to Power Automate, and we know Power Automate window looks like this now. Previously, we worked in Power Automate. We know cloud flows were actually separated in the three different ways. But now the instant flows and you all other those were there, scheduled flows, those falls under the cloud flows. So if you go to desktop flows, you can see here desktop flows we have to install. You can install Power Automate desktop. I have already installed here. Okay, so I don't want to use this one. Okay, so if you see here test flow, it will ask you to go to a new flow. You click here. Once you install Power Automate desktop, you can see this kind of window. You click this new flow. Let's say it will I'll give name. So this is my test flow. It's loading for me. Actually, once you select the flow, it will open up the window. Okay, last time we saw, right, how exactly the UI path, the actions in the left side and the top, we have toolbars and we have variables also in the right side. So similarly here you can see, right? So this is how it looked like. It has all RPA capabilities now. Previously, without desktop, definitely it has some limitations, because here now developers can use their, they can do a lot of activities. They can do their manipulations whenever required as per the business demands. So if you'll see, let's say if I want to, if you see here, it has web recorder also, it has desktop recorder as well. So it can do scrapings also, it can do web automation as well. Whatever we are doing there, it can in the cloud we are doing, right? We just saw in our demo. So same thing we can perform here as well. And you can see this is the action panel and this is the variable. This is the toolbar on top. Let me go and search one Excel. Just want to show how we are leveraging. Let's say if you want to, just I will show how exactly we will open one Excel and we'll do the automation of Excel automation. So let's first, I will use this. This is very easy. You just drag and drop, launch Excel. See how exactly it is going up. It is opening a dialog for me. Launch Excel. Let's say if I want to open one existing, if I have, let's say if I want to read from my existing Excel file, so in that case I have to open a following document. If I have any blank document, if I want to create Excel, definitely I have to open a blank document. I want to read from my existing document. I just want to show how exactly it look in the document paths. If you click here, let's say I have this Excel. It is giving me complete path actually where exactly the document is. And if you, this option actually make instance visible, means actually if I want to run it in the background or I want to make it in the, I want to see actually the steps. So this is how you can make it enable, and it's make it enable. If you make it enable, you can say it. Then if you go to advanced, you can see if you have, sometimes we have in Excel passwords, right? In Excel passwords, we normally can, we, if you want to use the password, we can pass over here if we have any Excel passwords. So I don't have any password, so I'm not giving any variables produced. If you'll see, if it pulls the Excel, it automatically giving the variable Excel instances. System automatically detects the variable it has. Then if I'm saving this, it launches the Excel. Okay, so once it launched the Excel, then my next action item is I want to read from Excel, right? Read from Excel. If I drag here, it is reading from Excel, it giving. Then if I want to read something from my Excel sheet, read from a single sale, or if I want to read from a range of sales. Let's say if I want to read from say range of sales. If I want to read from the range of sales, I need to see actually where exactly my range. I have to open my Excel sheet. Okay, it's opening. Okay, so start column is A, start row is 1, end column is D, and end row is okay. If you want to see my Excel, I'll drag it to this screen. You can see my Excel. So I just entered the 2 entries. Okay, so this is how my Excel is. So let's save it. Then if I want to read it automatically, again, if I click there also, I can get the variable Excel data over there. Then if I'll run it, let's see what it is happening. It will read from Excel sheet. So this is how actually it is a great UI, and it gives us ease of operation. We can do our development also. We can customize as and when basis if required. So this is how. So it successfully run. Actually, it is running. Status is running. You can see below. Means there is no error so far. Okay, if you go to flows, if I want to stop. Okay, so this is how. Wait, it's stopping for me. Okay, so if I want to add any soft flows, it is quite easy. You just select here. You just add a soft flow name here. You can see here soft flow also I can add over here. Let's say a soft flow I open the Excel now. I want to I read the content, then I will write to an Excel. If I want to write to an Excel, then we have to enter the values over here. So similarly, this is the way actually if write to value to write. Okay, it is fine. Write to on a specified sale, on a specified sale, not currently active sale. Column where I used column A. Let me use the column I, row I, row 3. So okay, okay, launch it, then I think launch it, read it, then okay, never mind. So similarly we can add our subflows. Maybe some mistake I am doing. Okay, so here we can add the subflows also as and when basis we need as per the business requirement. It will come under below this. Okay, so this is how the steps it will show. You can easily see from here what is next and how exactly the flow happens. So this is how it looks like Power Automate desktop. And I think that's all from my end. Any comments so far? Hello.
Which one should we prefer? The cloud flow or the desktop flow? Like the Excel, we can do activity in both places.
Yes, correct. Actually, preferably a desktop will be give us more flexible to do our operations. Let's say if you want to do some custom manipulations, it is easy to do in the desktop flow. So that's why Microsoft come to the this desktop flow feature actually. Definitely that also we can do up to some extent in Cloudflow as well, but the desktop flow give us the ease of operation. If you want to do any kind of, it gives a free hand to the developers actually. And along with that, it has much more features, also new features.
Yeah, thank you.
There's another question from Amos. Can I get your opinion on Tag UI, free open source RPA?
Sorry, can you come again?
Uh, Amos is asking if can I get your opinion on Tag UI and free open source RPA?
Oh, okay. So if I'm thinking this is Power Automate is gives more easy to identify actually. If we see, I saw UiPath window, right? How exactly UiPath window looks like and how Power Automate window looks like. And if you want to connect to, okay, how it is easy to connect in-house API server. Yes, it is easy to connect to the in-house API servers as well. We have to connect through the adapters.
If I want to answer for the tag UI question, that would be fine.
Sorry.
If I want to answer for the tag UI question, that would be fine because I have worked a little bit upon the tag UI and the Power Automate as well. So
Take
that's
UI.
all.
Okay. What exactly take UI? I don't have any idea. But anyways, you
Python,
can talk. No issues. Anyways, it's same RPA
it's a
platform, is it?
Python-based library
Mm-hmm.
which we use to automate the things. So
Okay.
that is very open source. People can collaborate and do the things, can change in the libraries. But
Oh,
the difference which he asking, Danis, that so I can say that the Power Automate is a Microsoft product. So this comes as a suits, Microsoft suits. So the
correct.
connectivity with the Teams, with the Outlook, with the Excel, SharePoint, like a lot of
It's Microsoft stack of
ERP,
products. Yeah.
yeah, stack where we can connect very easily without having a lot of coding and all those kind of thing. But
Correct.
when it comes to the tag UI, we have to do a lot of those custom coding
Absolutely.
and things.
Absolutely.
So
Because
here we are
it's
talking
a
about no
Microsoft
code
product
and
itself.
yeah, here we are talking about no code and low code. So this is the preferred one. Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
Yep.